Hey everybody, I think that we're live, so I'm going to give it just a minute. Sometimes when on StreamYard to stream, it takes a couple seconds, but I'm not going to keep us holding for too long. I just want to see if I can find us in the feed. So we're live both on the main page, Lolly Doodle Studios. So I'm Kim with Lolly Doodle Studios if you don't know who I am. I'm also in my free beginners brush lettering group, and we're also streaming live on YouTube. So if you're catching me in any of those spots, please feel free to say hello. So let me see. I see the video up. Let me turn us down. Okay. So we're live, right? I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I've had a rough couple of weeks. And I know that when we left off, I had all these great plans for us for Valentine's Day. We were going to do this You're My Jam. I think you're still going to get this You're My Jam. I think it'll do it as like a YouTube tutorial, and that way you guys will have it. I wanted to teach you how to do the sealed with a kiss, the envelope, and we'll still do that. You just have to let me know that you want it. I might just go ahead and do it anyway. Um, and the last time I was live, we worked on this spread. Okay. That's how long it's been since I've been live. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what I'm going to do here. You guys let me know what you would like to see me do. Um, I think I'm just going to doodle. Sometimes the hardest part about when you've backed away from something and you've had mm, just an experience, right? And you've backed away from something for a little bit. Sometimes it takes your courage, right? I don't know how else to explain it, right? So I find myself standing in this place. Hello, Miss Baker. I love you, Michelle. Hello, thanks for coming in. Um, so I have found myself standing, looking at a lot of things recently, and I've backed away from everything. If you followed me for any length of time, sometimes I will talk about, you got to lose yourself sometimes to find yourself. But anyway, I am back. I'm back. And the hardest part for me was to just come back, just get on and go live. So I said, you know what? Going live at 4 o'clock. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to go live at 4 o'clock. So here I am. Guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. If I miss comments, because we are live in like 3 different places, I promise I will go back and look and read all of them. But I've just got my little, I'm calling this my art journal. And I figure this isn't going to be a great masterpiece. It's just something for me to start. So I'm just going to block off a little bit of a frame on my page and figured we'll just draw a doodle, a jar of hearts, right? So just come in and hang with me for a little bit if you'd like. We'll doodle and maybe do some lettering. Just move that back to grab my pencil. So how is everyone? Honestly, is everyone ready for Valentine's Day? If you do, what do you call it? Participate in the holiday. Are you ready for it? Because I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not. Could care less at the moment. But for my kids, I do get involved. Hold on. I'm just grabbing few things. I think I'm going to use my Tombos and do sort of like some watercolor-ish type of lettering. Hey, Cindy, I see you there now, honey. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. How are you? Guys, please forgive me for not being live for so long. I don't know what the problem was, but like I said, sometimes you find yourself standing And I'm not doing it tonight, but I've got this idea for an amazing, I think it's going to be an amazing project. And I can see it in my mind. And it's a door, right? Because I find myself standing at a door. I have found the door, but the door will do absolutely nothing for me until I walk through the darn door, right? So we're going to be painting. I have this vision of something that I would like to paint and hopefully paint it with you guys live. But I'm just going to doodle a little bit here tonight. So I just got my pencil and it needs what, sweetheart? Laurie. Hi, Laurie. All right. So I'm just going to doodle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. This is my book. Um, it's just for me and a few of my good friends here live to see. And I'm not going to judge myself if I don't love how my jar turns out. I'm not going to worry about what kind of jar it is. I'm just going to make a jar. So I'm going to do like a cylinder shape here. And we'll do a little oval. I'm doing it all in pencil. I can come back in and erase. It's a little wonky. So maybe we got it at the Dollar Tree, right? Has anybody ever gotten like something glass at the Dollar Tree and it's so wonky? But guys, tell me how you are. Do you have plans for Valentine's Day? Do you celebrate it? I celebrate it with the kids, but other than that, I'm ready. I'm ready for spring. We've had some really beautiful days here, where the weather's just been amazing. So I'm just doing some little bumps, those little ridges that you would see on a jar. So let's see if I can get those to go right. All right. So we get the drift, right? So then inside, I'm just going to draw a bunch of hearts. And they don't have to be perfect. They can overlap. I want them to overlap, honestly. So we're just going to draw a few. Some of them are going to look like they're...
My church has a dinner where all church members don't have a date.
Oh, I love that idea. So your church has like a dinner. I love that idea. I love that idea. So I'm going to move this little heart. I'm not really loving that one. I'm just going to move it. So I don't know what we're going to do here. I'll probably make something for the kids and I, maybe something like spaghetti because it's red, you know. Got to do the red for Valentine's Day. But we're just going to do a few little hearts inside. And then I'm just going to come in and erase where some of these overlap. I can't see all the comments, so feel free to let me know when you see them come in, Lex. What's that?
Michelle said working on my ATC.
Oh, an artist trading card?
Inspired me, sister. I don't know why I said hello.
Oh, good. I'm glad I inspired someone. I've needed some damn inspiration myself. But anyway, we took a little drive today to the Hobby Lobby, and I got lots of inspiration, which, I think sometimes we get a little hard on ourselves if we can't think of the inspiration right away. But I'm just going to grab a couple. I just have Tombows. You can pull out watercolor, color this in with whatever you want. I'm just going to use a few shades of pink that I have, pink and red. We'll just do some, I'm not sure if I want to do that peach. Maybe I'll do red, a light pink, and this vibrant pink. And we're not going to get bogged down in the details, right? This is for fun. This is like a just start. When you're stuck, sometimes the hardest thing to do is just start. When you're standing at a door, sometimes the hardest thing to do is just walk through the darn door. Um, so I'm back, guys, and it's going to get better from here, right? So I'm just going to use the tip of the Tombow. If you don't have a Tombow, you can use a Crayola. The good thing is any water-based marker you can do this with. So I'm going to make a couple of these little hearts, and I'm just going to go around the edge. And let's see. I know we're shaking a little bit. I'm going to do just a few dots of the darker red right there with it, just a little. I'm going to take a paintbrush just with some water, plain old water, not a lot on there. And I do see we're a little blurry. I apologize. I'm going to start in the inside, and I'm going to wet that. And as soon as I come around to the edges, I'm going to pull and touch that marker. I'm going to pull it around the edges. I don't want it extremely soaking wet, but I do want the color to sort of blend into the inside of the heart. Right? And I can move some of that. See how when I put those little bits of red, it then just starts to blend out. I can bring you down a little bit. Be a little bit closer. There we go. I'll try not to move the table. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to put some water in the center. And we're just going to go around the edge, pull some of that color to the center, tap on that a little bit just to get that moving around. Okay, so there we go with that. I'm going to try, I like the way this color is looking. I'm going to do this one here the same way. I'm just going to outline it a little bit with the pink. Drop a few drops of the red in there. Has anyone done any projects that, have really just inspired you this week, or seen something that's maybe inspired you? Feel free to share. And every Monday, I'll be putting up a post where I would love for you to share whatever you've been working on from the week before, or whatever you might be working on at the moment. That way we can all inspire one another with our creations, right? Because that's what's the best thing about this online space, is that um, we can love on each other and inspire each other. I'm going to pull that. I'm going to pull some water and just kind of pull that through just a little bit more. And let's see. I'm going to take this really bright pink now, and let's see if it gives me a bit of a different color. And I'm going to fill that in pretty good there. And I'm still going to put in just a little bit of the red. Now let's see if we get a different color blend with this. Okay. See that hot pink? And it may not be a whole lot different from the other pink, but it's just going to give us a different tone. And when I pull some of that red up in there, that will just start to blend. It is a bit brighter. So I want to make sure that one's dry. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Let's do this one here. I'm going to put a little bit of red, and I'm going to really fill this one in with that vibrant hot pink again. I'm sorry we're so blurry. What do you guys think? This is easy. Little jar of hearts, collecting a jar of hearts here. And then when we're done, I want you guys to think of some words that we can write in each one of these hearts at the end. What, sweetheart? You said love. Yep, that's a good word. Let me dry this really quick. So we're going to fill in our jar of hearts, and then we're going to get back and write some just little words of love or affirmation in some of the hearts. So you guys come up with some words that you'd like to see in the heart, Come up with a word that, makes you think of love. Or give me a word that you wish maybe someone would tell you today that would lift your spirits if you need that, because we can do that. So now I'm going to come in here with the red, and I'm going to fill in this heart here. I'm going to really give that a good bit of red. And then I'm going to get this one here as well. We're going to fill that in pretty good.
Is hug a good word, Mom?
Hug is a great word. That's right. We all need hugs. I'm going to fill this in. I'm going to pull some of that red into the center. See how each one, they just kind of, even when it's just one color and you fill it, pull it in like a watercolor, it gives you just such a beautiful effect. That it looks like it's multicolored. You don't even need watercolor. Just use your markers. Family's a good one. Laurie, family's a great one. Jesus is another really good one, ladies. This is This is great. This is really, really good. I want to dry those 2 red hearts real quick. Love these words, guys. These are great words. I think they're dry. So I went back and I got the peach anyway. I want to do this one little heart and make it somewhat different, so it stands out, because we don't want to fit in, right, guys? We want to stand out. We were born to stand out. So this little heart is for those of us who were born to stand out. And I bet you that's each and every one of you that's watching with me today. Honestly, here's our little heart that's going to stand out from the crowd right there. That's you. And that's me. Okay. So let's get that dry. And then we're going to move on to our jar. So we have to do the jar. Do we have any more words come in, Lex? Alrighty. So I think that's good. Now, the thing for me with doing the jar is that I want to be able to see the jar. When you think of glass, you usually see that it has kind of either like a grayish or a bluish kind of tint to it. That's fine, Lex. That's fine. So I'm just going to, these are all those Tombos that I got. I'm going to use this one, the 291, and we'll use 291 and 526, and we'll see how they look, right? And if you guys remember when I first got these, I did some pages to where I put all the numbers in because I knew they would end up being stuck somewhere. And now I can go back and see what each of these colors looks like when I add some water to it. So, and this was a fun activity too, but I got to play with how the water would blend and how the colors would blend together. So just so you could see that, I'm going to take this light blue, which is the 291, and I'm going to go, it's kind of like a greenish blue. I'm just going to go all around my edge of my jar here. I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to follow some of those lines. Okay. And then I'm going to use the darker blue. So then where I want it to be a little bit darker, which would be, oh, that's really dark. That lid is kind of, that lid, fools. Yeah, that's really dark. But anyway, we're going to work with it. So I'm going to wet that. I'm not going to use a lot of this because that is really dark. But I'm just going to use some lines of that. But remember, you know what? This is heart for the art. So this is heart art, right? Right? We're making hearts, a jar of hearts. But this is for my heart because I've missed you guys and I've missed this. And this is my reminder that I'm enough. You're enough. We're born to stand out. Stand out and be you guys, right? So I'm going to take my water again and I'm just going to start in the middle of that oval and just kind of start pulling that marker through. I might let some of the rim this dry before I move on to the next spot because just like watercolor, everything's going to travel. Actually, maybe I will just, I'm just going to pull it. I just keep putting fresh water on the tip of my brush. And I'm just going to let everything start to blend together.
Even on the edge that gives the instructions of the blue jar.
What, sweetheart?
That's Michelle said that.
Even on the edge, that gives the illusion of a blue jar. Yes, right? Now I can see the comments. I just had to move my phone a little bit. All right, so we're just taking that wet brush and I'm just pulling it back and forth across my jar. I'm just getting fresh water every time you see me lift up. I'm just going to go around the edge. I'm going to pull it close to my hearts, but I'm going to try not to touch them. But if I do, it's okay. They're not wet. But if I touch them, the color might blend a little bit, but it's okay, right? So see how that's all blending. Do the same. These are just Tombow markers. You can do the same effect with any water-based marker. So if you don't have Tombows, don't let that stop you from creating. Go grab yourself a pack of markers from the dollar store. Go grab yourself a pack of markers from the kids' art aisle. If they're water-based, you can do this. So I'm just going to pull some of that through and see how it's going to hit some of my pink hearts, but it's okay. It's really, it's all okay. Okay. So I'm just going to let that and see how that it gives you that watercolor effect. These areas with that darker blue, if I want to, I can come in with my brush and just really kind of work that paint to break that out a bit. But it's fine. I like that streak look. Okay. Pull some of that up. What do you guys think? You're going to make a jar of hearts. I'd love to see your jar of hearts. It's not hard. I'm going to dry this really quick. Then we're going to start lettering some of our letters or words in there. Should we do like a little bow around the jar? Let me know if we should do a jar around, a little ribbon or something tied around the jar. We're pretty dry there. Okay. So, and I have the jelly roll, the glaze pens. I was thinking maybe we could letter with the glaze pen. Um, so Alexis, remind me some of the words. Yes, we should do something on the top. Let's do our words and then thank you, Laurie. Then we'll go back in and put a cute little like a ribbon or like twine wrapped around it. And you guys can let me know what color you think that should be.
So far, it's family and Jesus.
Family, Jesus, love,
and hugs.
and hugs. Okay, so we can you guys see my hand? I want to keep my hand off to the side. So I'm going to come in and just start to do an H. And I'm not doing this in my regular hand lettering. So I'm taking my time and I'm kind of thinking in my brain what I want the letter to look like, the words to look like, and creating art with my letters. Then I can come back in and thicken up because these pens are monoline, whereas I can't press down on them like I can brush pens to make thick strokes. So we'll just come back in and thicken up some strokes with my hand, right? So we've got hugs. And then let's do Jesus here. Should we do Jesus here, guys? Should we do all black or change colors? We could change colors too. What do you think, Lex? Change colors? All right, so let me go grab the rest of my glaze pens. They're right over here because I've organized my stuff. How long they'll stay organized? I don't know. All right, so I've got some colors here. We'll just pick a color, purple. Okay, let's use purple. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Um, I'm gonna write Jesus here. I'm gonna just go over that again. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope. So I'm gonna alternate a little bit with my letters, some cursive and some. I'm trying to keep my hand out the way so you can see. So I'm going to do some cursive and some print together. I can come back in. I'm going to come back in and just thicken up certain areas, down strokes. Okay, so I'm just doing that by a second pass around with my pen. So this is hand lettering, right? So where we're just going back in and adding in the thick strokes. So hugs, Jesus, kiss. We could do kiss. So let's see, we'll do kiss here. Okay. I, S, S. And we'll thicken our downstrokes again. Trying to keep my hand out of the way. But I know I'm not doing a very good job of that, guys, and I'm sorry. Bobo's getting a little hyped up. I think he's wanting to kiss. What else did we had? We had family, right?
It's just Jesus and family.
So we'll do family. Oh, hug. We did hugs. Um, I don't know. Colors. If you don't like the colors, you can end up going back over them with the black anyway. Um, love. Yeah, we'll do love. Let's see. Let's do some family. Family. If I don't like the color that I'm choosing, you can always change it, right? But this is my journal. And I'm just doing this for fun, right? Hopefully, it will inspire you guys to do the same. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be ourselves, right? So, family. I'm going to get another black one in there just because I feel like it needs something. So, let's do this one. We'll do this one, love. So, I'll do an L. And I'm holding my hand up because that green ink is still pretty wet. I just felt it on my pinky, and I don't want to do the lefty schmear.
And you don't want to do
Love. What, honey?
you don't want to have to do what you did this morning with your pants. Blue dye.
Oh, yeah, my pants turned my hands blue this morning, and they have been washed. So, of course, I'm in the bathroom going, oh my gosh. And Michelle Baker, if you're watching, you'll probably laugh. Um, I'm going, what's wrong with me now? I'm like, my hand's turning purple. I washed my hand. It was my jeans. It dawned on me. It was just my jeans. It was just my jeans, right? So we can fill in these hearts with all these different words. Um, I know that I'm forgetting one. What did we have? Hugs, Jesus, kiss, family, love. Um, Let me look back. Jesus, we got Jesus, family, love. I mean, we could always leave some hearts, and then tomorrow you could always come back in and add a heart for the day. Um, so I'm gonna just put these off to the side.
No, nothing is wrong.
I know, right, Michelle? Nothing was wrong except my pants had too much indigo ink in them, and even though they had been washed, it was still rubbing off on my hands. Alexis, can you let them out for Mama, please? Thank you, sweet girl. Sorry, guys. We're gonna let Bobo out. He needs to go outside. All right, so we're going to come in here now. I'm going to get my hot pink marker, and I'm going to just do a little bow. Right, so I'm going to do it kind of, let's do it here off to the side. I'm just going to draw a little circle. I'm going to draw up a little oval, another oval. We'll do some strings hanging. I'm going to just draw one, two, as if it was three little wraps around the jar. Okay, I'm going to go in with the red. Melanie, hello, sister. Thank you for joining me. This was my Get Your Butt Back Live. Um, when you haven't done something in a while, it gets a little hard, but this was my just your heart, get on there and draw your little heart out. So that's what we're doing today. We're just making a jar of hearts. We have one heart that wants to stand out from the crowd because that's what we all do. We're all special and we all stand out from the crowd. This kind of got blended in really, really good. I can go over this with the actual color and deepen those lines, or I can go over it with black. I'm half tempted to go over it with the black because I just love the way that that looks when it all stands out. But I have to make sure it is all completely dry. I'm just going to take a little bit of water on this brush and just soften that bow that we did just slightly. It's going to look different on the jar than it does off to the side. I'm just going to soften that a bit. Bring it in. Thank you, Melanie. How are you? I hope you are doing good. I have to reach out, touch base with you. I have lost touch with everybody for a little week, about a week here, but I'm back. Sorry to say, guys, I'm back. I'm back. But anyway, she is a friend. She's a friend. We are in the mastermind together. We're in coaching group together, and she has become a very good friend. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you like this in my little jar of hearts? I'm going to dry this. Pammy. Hi, Pam. Hey, Pam. How are you? We are just getting back to doing what we love here. We're just doodling in our book. We're doodling. I was going to paint with acrylic, but I think we'll do that over the weekend. Tonight, I just felt like doodling my little jar of hearts. If anyone is free over the weekend, I might be live again. I'm going to be live again tomorrow night. We are going to paint a champagne bottle. You packing for the cruise? That's all right, Mel. I'll be honest, the past 2 weeks, I haven't created. This is the last thing I've created, and that was from how long ago? Um, you know. So I'm standing at the proverbial door. Oh, I saw that, Pam. I saw that you have a boot on a broken foot. That is awful. I hope you feel better. I'm going to send you an air heart with a hug because I want you to feel better, my friends. Mel, it's okay. Get on that cruise, girl. I want to be there so bad. It just wasn't in the cards for me this year. Um, but maybe, maybe our next get together, I will be on that cruise with you guys. Um, excuse me. You are a trooper, grumpy one, but a trooper. Pam, are you a grumpy one? Because I know Michelle Bigger is not calling me grumpy. Just leave him out, Alexis. So I'm just taking some of this black glaze pen and I'm just going to outline my jar. This is completely optional. I'm just going to add a few little outlines on the bits of this jar that I want to stand out. This would be pretty with paint. What do you guys, this would be really pretty with paint on wood or a door hanger. I could see this on a door hanger too. All right, so we are just kind of really just trying to put that definition back in the jar that we kind of lost. I'm going to do the same with my string. And you can see here, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going quickly. Oh, I hear someone with a motorcycle, four-wheeler, or whatever they're called. ATV. There we go. We are almost done our little jar of hearts, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging with me. You'll be seeing me live more, guys, because it's just what we're going to do. Restrictions are awful. I know. I'm not a good sick person. I do not like sick.
Like me, I couldn't.
Yep, Alexis, when she was restricted with the broken shoulder, she was not a happy camper.
I just wanted to go do stuff.
So, and like I said, guys, this is completely optional, but I like this kind of look somewhat. Some of the piece lately I've been doing this a lot, but some pieces just leave without the dark, and then I'll come in here, maybe do the and I'll just do sort of like some patchwork pieces, like some little X's. Doesn't have to be perfect. We can do some stitches around the heart. Just do what makes you happy. Um, Leave some of the hearts empty.
I like it, but I like it too.
You like it, Lex?
No, Hannah wants it back.
Oh, thank you, Pam. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. It's been a while since I've been live. I think when you haven't done it in a while, you just kind of have to jump in and do, right? So just color them in. You can outline. It almost kind of looks like a coloring page when you've done it this way. And let's go around here. We'll do an X here. X. X. And guys, if you're in the free group and you feel like giving this a shot, even if you're not in the free group, give this a shot. Give it a try. I'd love to see your work. Um, and I did do a frame around the outside, so I could just come in with some color. Don't have to. This is optional too. But I just want to feel like my background is done. So I'm just going to put in some color. Dog's barking outside, guys. I apologize. But he's going to stay out there. Terry Burton, how are you? Have fun at the grocery store. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. I'm going to reach out to you as well. I saw what you've been doing with your calendar, and I love that idea. Thanks for stopping in, Terry. I have to go to the grocery store probably tomorrow. I don't want to do it. I hate the grocery store. Why must we have to eat, honestly?
We're online to go.
Right, so I'm just going to use some of my water, pull this in. I don't want to hit the black outlines. That I should have done this first, but I did not. If I hit the black outline, it is going to bleed because they are waterproof. They are water based. But I'm just going to pull it softly. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Very much. So we're just going to soften this in towards the center. I think this would look really pretty painted. We'll have to try. Right, so we'll just soften that in there just a bit. Like a watercolor. The calendar is a motivator. I just, actually, Michelle was telling me about it today. And I thought, what an amazing, amazing idea. So I was going to reach out to Terry to see if, I'd like to maybe work on something like that for myself, but I want to make sure it was okay with her first, right? So I'm just going to dry this real quick, guys. What do you think? Thank you for joining me for Friday night. Happy hour painting our little jar of hearts. Making me feel like I do belong here after all. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to let you go. I will be live tomorrow at some point. Um, you can do this, Melanie. You can do it, girl. And I want to see it when you do. I want you to post it and share, right? Maybe we're going to do a bird soon. I'll have to talk to you about birds. So anyway, that's it for tonight. You guys blow me away. Thanks for popping in, making me feel a little bit more like, yes, I do belong here after all, because we all doubt ourselves from time to time. But I'm taking that handle of that door and I'm opening it and I'm walking through the door, guys. If you missed the beginning, I'll explain it to you again. Michelle, give Melanie, you guys give each other a really big hug for me, Michelle and Melanie, give each other a really big hug for me so that I can feel like I'm there, right? I'm going to miss you guys. Have fun on that cruise. Be safe. But I will be live painting tomorrow. I'll let you know better time wise tomorrow, but it'll be probably around this time tomorrow. But I'm going to paint. We're going to paint on a champagne bottle. I'll see you then, guys. Love you. Make sure you follow and share. Sprinkle the love. Bye, guys.